Welcome back. Euroslam with Jerome. Another video. We got an NBA rumor video for you today. There's a lot of rumors going on. Obviously,
correction. We got a sports rumor video today. There are a bunch of rumors.
Okay. We can expand a bit. You got a lot you want to talk about as well, so we'll expand a bit. But obviously, the NBA, the finals are coming up, so the season's almost over. The off season's coming up. So a lot of rumors are starting to play. A lot of teams now have been eliminated, looking to make a lot of changes. You want to start with your rumors first, and you got these other rumors?
We got some big soccer news coming out of Barcelona. Again, the number 2 striker has been rumored to be put on free agency, and he might be moving to city rivals Atletico. So that should be some crazy news there if that happens in the next 2-3 days. Moving to city rivals. Luis Suarez, it could be happening.
Ooh. Also, breaking news in soccer, David Beckham is coming out of retirement. Breaking news, guys. You heard it here first.
David Beckham owns the Miami Heat.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He does not. That's a good one, though. On to the NBA rumors, because there's a lot of rumors starting to heat up. Obviously, they are just rumors, but a lot of them I feel like could come true, so watch out for them. First up, Jrue Holiday, playing for the Pelicans. Their guard there. He's been, last few years, has been rumors, kind of, because they've been kind of early rebuilding and not rebuilding. Now I believe he's on an expiring deal coming up. There's a lot of teams looking for him. The big one now is the Nets. I think they've kind of moved on from Bradley Beal, kind of seeing him as unlikely trade target for them now. I don't think he's going to move. So now kind of Jrue Holiday teaming up with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. I feel like you can get him for a little bit less than you have to get for Beal.
I don't think the Jrue Holiday move is going to happen, though.
I think it will. I think Pelicans, he's got 1 year off, and I might as well move him to get something for them. They're going to lose him for agency anyways, probably, potentially. I think they're going to move him. I think the Nets could be a huge team to pick him up. They got, I think, Jared Allen and Dinwiddie's enough to trade down, maybe throw a draft pick in there.
What did they get for Jrue Holiday, Jared Allen?
Who the Nets trade for him? Yeah, I think it'd be Jared Allen and Dinwiddie. I know the Pelicans are going to ask for LeVert.
I don't
think the Nets are going to give LeVert up. Also, the Warriors are really interested in him as well. The Warriors really want to bring Jrue Holiday as well.
I think the Warriors could be interested in another big name there, an MVP caliber
name.
They're
not getting Giannis, but...
Oh, you know the name of who I speak, The MVP player.
The Warriors have the second pick. Look for them to kind of try to trade that, trying to get another star. Jrue Holiday could fit nicely. Beal would fit great as well, but I hope Beal doesn't go to the Warriors. We'll see what they do with that second pick. I think they're going to try to trade it, potentially get a guy like Jrue Holiday. It's a good sell for the Pelicans getting the second pick right here. You have, a young team. You got Ingram, you got Ball, you got Zion, of course, the last year's draft. So, look for that. Also, Derek Hort's there, Denver Nuggets. They've been in some talks, too, about how they want to bring in a third star as well. Can they get Jrue Holiday? That'd be huge for them, right? Pairing him with Murray and Jokic. That would be really big for the Nuggets for extra going in, because I think they're going to be on the rise right now. They could have a championship in their future. I think Jrue Holiday is a great pickup for them. So we'll see how that kind of sweepstakes play out. I think he will get traded in the offseason. If not, by then I think he will get traded from the Pelicans. Also, they have a new coach coming. I think they're going to try to kind of build up now and not kind of this whole win-now situation. They want to build up. I feel like they fired their coach, Alvin Gentry. So I feel like, watch him. He could be on the way up. Next up, Chris Paul, of course. You're going to hear his name all year long if he doesn't get traded. The big rumor coming in was the Bucks wanting to trade for Chris Paul. Apparently, Giannis mentioned his name in the meeting to management that he wants Chris Paul. It's a trade I had mentioned last year that I said I want the Bucks to grab Chris Paul. I didn't like Bledsoe, his performance in the playoffs. Said he did call in there. He's a great leader. He'd be great fit with Giannis. I still think he'd be a great fit with Giannis. I just don't think this trade is going to happen. It's a tough sell for the Bucks management to bring in a guy like Paul at his age, and then if things don't play out, Paul, he has 2 years on his deal, so he could leave in 2 years, and then you're left with nothing kind of thing, where I think you might want somebody younger to pair with Giannis. I don't know if Paul would be the best fit long term. I feel like also to get Paul, there's not a lot of players that the Thunder would want from the Bucks. You might have to trade Middleton to acquire him, and then you're kind of stuck to where you just have 2 stars, and Chris Paul is a great leader in that, but can him and Giannis win a championship without Middleton? It's going to be a hard sell. It's going to be a hard trade to get done. I think you have a better chance of him going elsewhere. There's a lot of teams that look for him. Miami's a possibility. I think it's a long shot as well because they kind of want to keep the cap space open. They're kind of targeting Gallinari in free agency. But also watch out for the New York Knicks. They're trying to kind of make a change right now. They're trying to bring somebody in. They're trying to become relevant again. They have the assets to acquire Chris Paul. They could make an outrageous offer like they have in the past for their players, but I think he'd be a big player to bring in. Obviously, in the East there, the 7th, 8th seed are always kind of for grabs in the East. If you can bring Chris Paul, a couple free agents, you can easily grab the 8th, 7th seed. He's a great leader. He'd be a great way to kind of switch the Knicks to kind of becoming a more relevant team, kind of bringing in other free agents in the future. Maybe Giannis considers the Knicks in the future. I know it's a long shot, but like also they're going to have cap space to Giannis, and it's a huge market in New York, playing in Madison Square Garden. I think Chris Paul could go to the Knicks. Watch out for that. There's a lot of teams buying for services. Chris Paul had a big year, so now he's obviously he's making $40 million a year. So it's gonna be a tough trade for teams to make, but I think someone gets the deal done. Thunder, they're going to rebuild now. Obviously, Donovan left their team. He's going to the Bulls. They're headed towards rebuild. It's pretty inevitable. Watch out for Chris Paul. Steven Adams as well getting traded, but Chris Paul, I think, gets traded by deadline as well this year. There's no reason for him to really be there, even going. I think he's traded within the offseason. The other big name in the news, obviously, you mentioned Beal a bit, but I think Beal's probably going to stay for now.
Beal there.
He's got views on his I think he's going to stay, but Victor Oladipo, his rumors are heating up huge right now. 1 year left on his contract. The Pacers and him, I've kind of had a fallout here. He had that big injury, tried to come back. They've kind of lost faith in him being their star now. It seems like they're kind of on a sour relationship now. He basically says he wants out, it sounds like. I don't think he said it straight up, but you can kind of read between the lines. It sounds like he wants out. It sounds like they want to move on from him. He's going to be a free agent. They don't want to make him a big $100 offer. They're going to try to trade him now, get whatever value they can for him. But also they want value back for him. So it's going to be tough. There's a lot of people that are looking at Oladipo. Minnesota was one for me that I like the idea of them acquiring.
I think he'd be a good fit in Minnesota.
Obviously, Minnesota has the first pick. This year's draft is kind of like there's no real standout first overall pick. They're now saying LaMelo Ball could be the first pick over Edwards. Minnesota likes him. But at the end of the day, this first pick isn't going to be kind of changing your kind of franchise. So they're right now they're kind of dangling that first pick, see if anybody has a good offer for them. Adding Oladipo with D'Angelo Russell and Towns, I think could be a big three that work out. Oladipo a great defender, so if he can stay healthy, he can make up for Russell's lack of defensive ability. There's quite a few teams that will get in the market trying to acquire Oladipo if the price is right. I hear Boston's a big rumor now. They've been eliminated. They've kind of.
I would not enjoy seeing Oladipo in Boston. It would definitely increase Boston's.
Well, the rumor is Hayward for Oladipo. It's kind of a rumor that's going around right now.
It would make Boston a real competitive team next season.
Obviously, Hayward's on an expiring deal as well, so you're kind of matching up two expiring deals. You have to add a few players to make it work. Oladipo, they can pick up for them. Also, dark horse that kind of has been mentioned a bit, not too much, but one that I kind of like the idea too is the Raptors is a dark horse for Oladipo. They kind of need another number one. They need a number one guy right now. They've lost Kawhi. Oladipo was the number one guy in India before he got injured there. He's on an expiring deal. He's going to prove himself this year. He's on an expiring deal. He wants to prove himself. He can still do it. He's probably going to have a big year. Comes to the Raptors, he could fit in flawlessly. If the Raptors believe they're kind of out of the honest sweepstakes, they're going to need another star. Oladipo will be a huge pickup for them. They have the assets. They have the draft picks. Ujiri's a very smart GM. He can make a deal happen. He can convince them to make a certain deal. That kind of favors him a bit. You got guys like Owen Powell. They're looking to move. Having to be on an expiring deal there and wanting more money. There's other guys like that. I wouldn't offer OG Anunoby or anything like that, but you can look at.
I would not give up Anunoby for anything.
Potentially, you can look at Terrence Davis.
I know Fred VanVleet is on a free agency contract. I might look at that for anything.
Maybe trade Norman Powell, Terrence Davis, make some draft picks. You can make that work at Oladipo. I don't think it's enough, obviously, but if you can kind of work a trade around that, maybe Adam Boucher and sign. It's going to be a tough deal to make work without OG, but I don't think you can really trade OG for Oladipo to too big of a risk with him on an expiring deal and an injury history. Ujiri's too smart to do that, but watch out. Oladipo is a dark horse for the Raptors. I wouldn't be surprised if they picked him up. Ujiri likes making big splashes. You saw him acquire Kawhi at the DeRozan trade, acquiring Gasol. He's not afraid to pull a trigger. I think Ujiri, watch out for that trade. And that's obviously those are the big NBA rumors. We'll talk more about Giannis in the future. I think right now it's too early to kind of get into the whole Giannis talk. I think he'll likely to stay with the Bucks, but also too, if they have another rough year this year, it's going to really heat up next year going into the offseason. If they get eliminated early again, those rumors are really going to heat up. I think the Heat right now, if I had to pick somebody, I'd say the Heat is most likely candidate to acquire him or to sign him, as opposed if he doesn't sign with the Bucks. I think Toronto's kind of a long shot. I just don't. I see like there's some of the Bucks. I don't see them really leaving the Bucks for Toronto. They didn't leave them the same team almost. Good coaches, good team, but they don't really have that second star. Like you have Siakam, but I think Giannis needs somebody better to play with. I think Miami would be a great fit. You see what they've done for Butler. He came in. He's been having a hard time with teams fitting in. Comes to Heat, fits in flawlessly. Management was great over there in Miami. You got a great organization. You got great players surrounding it. You have Butler and Giannis together. They could definitely make some magic happen. They could win a championship, I feel like. I feel like the Heat, watch out for that. Big market team. I think they're both. They got Giannis. I feel like the Warriors, Lakers, these guys, Clippers, they're all long shots. I feel like it's just their way out. Even New York too. I feel like it's in Miami or Milwaukee, the two teams that are gonna have Giannis sign next summer.
I feel like he might end up staying in Milwaukee, to be honest, but
I'd say it's most likely right now. But of course, we'll see if they lose again in the playoffs early. Winning definitely is a huge factor in players determining where they play, right? So it has a huge influence. I feel like it's tough to keep losing early in the playoffs, and I'll say it again. If they don't make I think they're going to make minor moves. I think it's going to be hard for them. They don't have the roster and the assets to make big moves, to acquire something. I think they're going to have a hard time really fixing their roster right now. I don't see them making the finals coming up next season again. I don't think they're going to have enough moves to make the finals. I think it's going to be another tough season for Giannis and the Bucks come playoff time. I think he's going to have a lot of thinking to do next summer. So watch out for that, because I feel like he's going to have to decide, do I want to stay with the Bucks? It's hard to convince free agents to come to Milwaukee. You're never going to get a star like Giannis to come to Milwaukee. So if you want to play another star, you're going to have to go to these big markets. You're going to have to go to New York, or Golden State, or LA, or Miami. It's just the reality of it. You're going to have to do that. I think Miami, you got Butler, got a lot of great talent surrounding you. I like the idea of him going to Miami. So
New Orleans Pelicans have the same problem as well.
Yeah,
they're never going to convince stars to come
it's
down.
tough. Yeah, the kind of organization you got to build from the draft, right? And they have Zion, so they've done that. Can you keep building? You got Ingram too, right? So they have to keep bringing in these draft picks. Can you trade Jrue Holiday, get another draft pick as well, and keep building these young guys, right? It's the only way to do it for organizations usually, right? So that's what it is. Those are the rumors, though, guys. We'll do a rumor video as soon as more rumors come. Play Odyssey every day as rumors coming out. Let us know what you guys think, who's going where, any other rumors you guys have heard of. That's all we got today. Make sure you smash that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. A lot of great videos coming right now. All the sports is coming down the wire, the finals, baseball, basketball, hockey, football starting to get going. A lot of big UFC coming up. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out again, Jerome. See you guys soon.